yes. As always, it's a pleasure. You know what it is.
Yes.
The Bols podcast, that is. You know what it is, fam. World, we everywhere. Sleeves, the hustler. My good brother to the side of me, Staff, a.k.a. the Stizzer, a.k.a. Brother Byron, the militant one. You know what's going on over here. My man all the way, Logan Viles Best, Ty, a.k.a. Sky Ree, Four Horsemen, Dread in the back, panning. And as you can see, it's the Bols. If you didn't know, new spring drip. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You dig? Spring drip in the building. Get with us. But, you know, today is beautiful because this is a first of many. Good brother Scott, what do we have now? Do we have a sponsor?
I do believe that we do, Brother Sleeves.
Absolutely.
Because we are refined men of quality. We only represent quality products.
Talk to
Today's quality product would be Blueberry Drip, a Love Jones wine cocktail. Get you some before it's gone, Earth. Google that shit yesterday before it's all gone. We're going to have us some. It's going to be delicious. Shout out to the fine, beautiful folks that provided us with these bottles and more to come because we about that life.
That's all horseman way, baby. You know what I'm saying? Got to crack him open for that. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you follow Love Jones Wine Cocktail on Instagram. You can go check out their website.
Get that one going, man. You know what I'm
Love
saying?
Jones.
I'm sweaty.
Go to the website. LoveJonesWine.com.
I don't need that on the purple light. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm playing right. See what I'm saying?
Did he sweat it out for you too?
Yeah,
See, if we'd have just opened the shit before we roll, like we had talked about it.
I mean, the fuck up open, it makes it even better. You know what I'm saying? That's live
that was free
on
for y'all.
camera. You know
Now,
what I'm saying?
excuse us, we don't have wine glasses that have stems today, okay? But we're going to try to hold these wine glasses at the top so as not to raise the temperature of the wine.
Because we still got that
etiquette.
etiquette. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Black Oak Wine Club.
All day long. And my man Mar all day. Appreciate you, guys. You know what I'm saying? What's going on in the world while he pouring?
It's got a nice full body. Let's just point that out.
I guess I might as well kill the elephant in the room. We are the Boys from where, fellas? Philadelphia.
Pennsylvania.
And, absolutely. And if I may say so, over the last week and change, Philly has had some major highs. Shout out to Questlove, first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? Bringing home an Oscar, dog, you know what I'm saying, for his documentary, dog. Love. All day
I mean,
long.
we might as well keep it all the way funky. Shout out to Questlove for bringing home an Oscar and a Grammy. Like, both of them just having,
absolutely, in a matter of a week and change. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Salutations.
He on his way to an EGOT. All you need now is an Emmy and a Tony.
You know what I'm saying? That's all. But, you know, we had a high from Philly, but damn, it was overwhelmed by such a low. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. It could have been a lot lower. Like,
but,
any lower. Like, that shit, man.
Let's toast up first. You know what I'm saying?
Salute,
fellas. You know what I'm saying?
Salute.
I just turned 42
Toast
too.
to everybody. From
Exactly.
Philly. Everybody. And you know, it's good that you mentioned that because you don't know what you're talking about. You know.
The slap heard across the world.
I'm talking to my wife in bed, right? And she made a good point though. And I don't want to get into whether or not you feel like he was right or wrong or whatever.
I mean, but we could.
How do you respond to your partner being disrespected publicly? You see what I'm saying? And I was saying to her, it's like, you know, that's a tough question, and it depends on the environment, the scenario, where we're at, you know what I mean, and what's going on. Now, you definitely have to address the disrespect, but the question is, you know, how do you address it?
Yeah, I mean, a good thing to consider when dealt with words is to combat them with words and not feel like the urge to walk up out your character and slap the shit out of somebody on such a like you ain't never slapped nobody before. Why is today? Why is today today? Why is Chris Rock that person?
But he has slapped people before.
I'm talking about in such a public. I'm sure he slapped people in life. Shit, we all
He
have.
slapped
But
a photographer that tried to kiss him on the cheek one time.
Man, that was a little backhand sissified type.
One thing don't have nothing to do with other.
But
If
anyway,
that's
man,
a
go ahead,
3.
man.
That was Chris Rock shit was a 10, man. Like it was just an awful look, at least in my opinion, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they took that motherfucking Oscar from his ass, and he probably deserves it.
I thought maybe he
That's
could
very
just
harsh. I won't go
caught
there.
Chris
Go ahead.
Rock backstage and addressed him there. Now, whether he wanted to get physical, then that's up to him.
Yeah.
But I thought, there's going to be an after party. There's going to be a time or a moment backstage where you could definitely address him. If you want to get physical with him, get physical with him there. I didn't think that it needed to be addressed with violence right there on the stage like that. I mean, maybe he still could have said something to him.
I mean, you
Like
can walk
he
in there.
could have told me, "Yo, Chris, keep my fucking wife name out your mouth."
Fam,
Chris,
all
from
that
his
that you
chair.
did
Like,
at the
I
shit,
think
all
that was
right,
enough.
all that you did when you came back and sat down, if that's how you felt from the rip, but you didn't feel that way. We got the moment, bruh. You smiled, you laughed. She looked at you with like she had a disgusted look.
She looked disgusted. I don't know. They didn't really show them making eye contact, but they show her not appreciating what he said.
But you just had cracked and
saw
laughed.
it, yeah.
And let's just be real here, man. When we get to the nitty gritty of it, this is just like with anything. Chris Rock is a comedian. He is doing a monologue. In the monologue, it is for him to deal with topics and also people in the crowd because this is a room full of celebrities. And if you happen to be sitting in the front, just like if you sit in the front of a comedy show, you're fair fucking game. And in that game, he didn't go hard. He didn't say, "Yo, damn, you bald as shit, Jada. That alopecia crazy." Like, nah, none of that shit came out of his mouth. He said, "Nah, it's a role. I heard Jada might be auditioning for G.I. Jane 2. He said, "You might be auditioning for a role that's a movie in fucking Hollywood."
Now look.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, Skip.
To tap right into what you're saying,
Come on,
right?
man.
I could see if maybe Chris had been going in on Jada all night. Then I could see him getting out there, like, "Yo, keep my wife's name."
But you
out
can
your fucking
know,
mouth."
like you
There's
can't.
no
No,
point
you
that
can't. You can't see a scenario where, oh no, he should have walked up that stage
No.
and slapped his ass based on an innocent joke. Like there was like
I said if he had been going in on her all night long, though. And remember, they have a history of him
even
making
if he
jokes
was
about-
going in on like hypothetically, let's just say any comedian was. Not
I'm saying
like
more understanding if he had been going in on her. I'm not still saying I condone it, but I would have definitely been more understanding of him getting this. But go.
it was just a terrible look, man. Like I mean, I'm so disappointed in him. Like, cause I just listened to his audiobook and I loved it so much. And then like you win the one award that you probably only wanted your whole life. And you took away everything. You took away Questlove's win. You took away other people's first wins and their excitement. The only thing that's going to be remembered about this moment is, about the whole episode, about the whole show, the telecast is that slap. For the rest of Chris Rock's life, he's going to have to talk about this shit. For the rest of your life, it's going to be an elephant in the room until somebody addresses it. Like, this is the bed that you have made that you're going to have to live in until you are dead.
Yeah, but you can't survive it because people still
It
talk
can be
about.
survived. It wasn't so egregious that it requires jail time or some shit like that. It was bad, but you can come back from it.
It's just unfortunate he had. Listen, man. The bottom line is this: it was a unfortunate breakdown on national TV, man, of just pretty much years, years of
peanut butter jokes.
These jokes going on, but that's not the comedian's fault because they're doing their job.
I know.
So listen, that slap, and I'm not saying he ain't no woman beater or nothing like that, but that was like you releasing your anger off of the shit that your whiz done put you through. She done told all your shit on a table of red table talk, talking all that extra shit that don't need to be talked about. You my wife, shut the fuck up about our bedroom.
And the one
What's wrong with
response
you?
that you saw from her is, that didn't need to happen. He didn't need to.
I just rode for you.
That's what
Roll to the
That's what I'm
ground.
saying.
Like, yeah,
I just
rod
rode
is
for you.
rod is a kind of an understatement.
Yeah.
So like I just changed my life.
Yeah, for
as
you.
a result of you.
Yeah.
Altered
You
everything
might also-
about my success. You could. I don't know.
Everything
There's a price out. There's a number out there in terms of what he potentially lost as a result, and it can't be a low number. It's at the bare minimum 8 figures and counting.
Yeah.
And her immediate response, instead of riding, was, "Nah, I shouldn't have did that. I don't need nobody doing that for me."
Maybe she shouldn't have said anything at all. I think.
No, what she should have said was, "That's my husband. I support him. He did what he did. He made a mistake, but that
I
don't got nothing to do.
understand. Like,
Nothing
I
I'm saying,
understand
but
what he
I
did.
ride with him and I love him. Period. Because I just put my neck out and my hand out, my slap out in the world, and then broke down.
And this is the thanks I get.
Could have been
Shouldn't
going
have done it.
the we're all human route. We all make mistakes sometimes. That's my husband. That's Will. He has a big heart, a great heart. I love him, you know. And
as much stuff he done did for people, like what are you talking about?
Immediately went, no, fam, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, like
damn,
no,
yo.
that to me. Like,
and then I was like, some Twitter, I don't remember who it was, but they were reading a letter, allegedly. I don't know.
I saw
yeah,
that.
Yeah,
is that fake?
Or something.
Yeah, that's fake, man.
Okay, because that's the dumbest shit on earth, man.
Yeah,
like, ain't no way.
That's his daughter. Like, that's not.
Yeah, like that's just.
I don't appreciate who created that narrative and that storyline. Like, cut that shit, dog. That's his daughter. Fuck out of here. Pac was never gonna be around anyhow. Shut that shit up. You know what I'm saying? But the truth of the matter is, his beef. Listen, man. He got to do. Earthquake said some shit. I think the other day. He got to do a real live look with himself. Because listen. Some of us, and maybe all of us, have had a moment in time with a woman that we may have gone a little bit above and beyond to the left that we shouldn't have out of our character to think that we're proving our love. Now, he's been in this shit for over 20 plus years married. And if he still feels like he has to fight every night to prove my love,
that's a problem. Ridiculous.
That's a real problem.
That's over with, man. This shit is time for him to go get Will together because his kids is grown and get the fuck away from her and let her figure out her shit on her own. And if she want to be an asshole and put all your business out on the table and this, that, and the third, then that's all you got to sell left, Jada, is filth. Then sell that filth. Nigga, you just got an Oscar for King Richard. That was a role.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like,
but
come
even
on,
what
man.
you're saying, we're putting all their business out there. I feel like she had to get the okay from him first.
No,
Why?
she did
not.
Did
she get the same okay
what
as
is wrong
fuck
with
that
you?
rap R&B dude?
Well,
she running shit, dog.
We don't. You don't know if she.
Yes, she is. Stop.
You don't know that she running.
Yes, she is. Because guess what, Mustafa?
It's not a fact, but
you don't know.
It feels
she's
like a pretty good goddamn
shit.
guess, dog.
Listen, them having an open relationship, we all found that out. So they have an open relationship, and I'm pretty sure that when you have these open relationships, I don't know because I'm not in one, but I'm pretty sure there's some unwritten rules that people just expect you to follow. Okay, so maybe sleeping with August Alsina was her, like, crossing the line, breaking one of the rules. You know what I mean? As far as her running the relationship, I don't know. But I'm sure that before she goes and discloses all their deepest, darkest secrets, she has to run something by him first. Like, look.
If you had to put an amount of money that matters on who has the hand in that relationship, who would you bet on? You goddamn right that's who you would bet on. So to say that she don't have
some type of hand, we're not going to play Will and say he getting, you know what I'm saying, all that extra, but
I ain't say she getting beat up and he not getting abused, but if you have to ask who got hands,
exactly,
nigga, it's not even a question.
No. See, from what I've gathered, from what I've heard, because I don't watch Red Table Talk, right?
I ain't never seen that shit before.
Why would I?
Listen, my wife watches Red Table.
She should.
My wife is a Will Smith fan. Okay. From what she's told me, Will Smith has a fear of failing at marriage, based on some things I guess he saw with his parents.
So, I don't want to cut you off, but let me just interject, just because he, was the audio in the audio book. He's a pleaser. He wants to do whatever he can to.
He's a Libra, I think.
Make the situation lighter, get people in a more positive mood, and the impetus for this is probably being in an abusive home. Like his father was very abusive. He said like maybe his. I forget. I want to say his younger brother would be like the confrontational one to his dad's abuse, and the sister would be the one to just kind of, go into her own shell and like, try to find her own place for it. And Will was the one. Well, how about everybody think about this? Watch me dance. Everybody laugh, joke instead of being, in this mode of being afraid of him. So if when the shit that we did at 8 somehow manifests in our 40s and our 50s in some capacity. So the fact that he's still at his core a pleaser, it almost kind of leans toward the perfect storm of being in a relationship where a motherfucker got hand because you always want to please that person. So if you're always acting from a perspective that you want to make this person happy, then the opposite of that is when they're unhappy, you feel like you're losing. You feel like you're not doing enough to make them appreciate why they're with you. So you always are going to act out of character or do extra to get in a favorable position because you want them to like you, pat you on the head, so to speak.
I know you might want them to add a voice, but also...
Does that make sense what I said?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
But then they also make it clear that they're not getting a divorce. Like
They've been very clear about that, and the whole time.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like...
But see, that's where also to me, and like I said, listen, we're just talking because you made some shit happened that we could talk about. But end of the day, like, I'm not gonna just be trying to stay like that's that old head back in the day shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to stay together for the course of we together. And like, if you ain't the fuck happy and y'all ain't been happy for a minute, what are we doing here? Like, I can't keep forcing that shit. In life, you know, we don't know
But that's
if we
the
gonna
thing.
It's
His
more
happiness
problematic for them to be
is
together.
in trying to please her. Like,
Gotcha.
they talk, I don't know if you guys saw the one excerpt they showed about him talking with his family, but he talks about this in the book. For Jada's 40th birthday, he
did all that stuff where his
Right.
child was just a big
and she just
demonstration of his
like,
ego. or
yeah,
something.
this is the biggest demonstration of your ego. Has nothing to do with me. He like made this whole documentary. He like found
Years.
lost love, like
He
lost
put in 3
relatives.
years worth of
Like he
work
found
for
like
it.
audio of like her great
And
grandma.
she didn't appreciate that shit.
Not only did she not appreciate it, she was pissed about it and said that this was an example of you just showing your overinflated ego. When he planned 3 years, he planned this 40th party, and the things you
You
get is
ungrateful
her ass to
heifer.
kiss.
You ungrateful.
I just did it to make you happy. What else can I do to make you happy?
Damn, cuz. Damn.
But I think, Ty, all that stems from him not wanting to feel like a failure.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So
No, it
if
is
I'm
at
not making
all.
her happy, yeah.
One can't exist without the other, but the springboard from that comes from his childhood.
Yes,
wanting to make
absolutely.
you happy.
But now it's got to get to a point where he's really got to focus on making himself happy.
Period.
And if he has to separate from her, I'm not saying I want their marriage to work. If he has to separate from her
course.
to make himself happy, then maybe that's what he has to do.
But
Doesn't make me no
Because
difference if it work or not.
because at this point there's so many other people involved. You got kids involved, but
Man, them kids is grown. They the fuck
that's
out
what I
here.
was going to say too.
Fuck out of here,
That's
dog.
what I was
Nobody
about to
talking
say.
about
Yeah,
shit, dog.
you say you want their marriage to work like
But
But
if-
kids want your parents to be happy. So if they better
Exactly.
happy apart, then be the fuck
yeah,
apart,
that's
man.
what I was going to say. They
You know,
grown,
it'd be
but
real
you separate
interesting.
them
You know what
from
I'm
now,
saying?
yeah.
It's interesting. I would wonder whose side they on. Because at this point, you know, they've seen everything.
I mean, I don't know if they really choose sides like that.
Exactly. It's
You don't
probably
think
not
so?
Nah.
Based on everything that's going on, if it was your parents, you wouldn't think that one was righter or wronger than the other?
If your parents are both
I
good
feel
to
they
you,
both
you
riding
might
with
not,
Pop,
you
but they
might not
fuck with them.
see one parent being as problematic as they actually are.
I guess.
You know what I mean? Because you're the kid, so it's like, you know, is dad really the problem in this relationship?
But let's not front like the young boy was ready to emancipate himself a couple years ago. Jada and shit.
yeah, but they also filthy rich and in Hollywood.
No, that's not an excuse, Mustafa.
It kind of is, though. We ain't know shit about nothing.
Because,
that look like emancipation.
yo, you could be
'Cause-
14.
Yeah, but people in our demographic as kids getting emancipated went through some shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't because they got grounded and they took away their black cards.
Yeah.
And also keep
Fuck
in
you,
mind,
Mom.
it's totally
Right.
different being completely free and on your own when you got money.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about working or how you gonna
No.
pay bills or how you going to
Yeah.
eat. You know what I mean? You know,
Right.
so it's a little different.
Right.
So for them, like I said,
I got a trust fund. It's open when I'm 18. I don't need you guys. I can just go and blue, blue, blue.
I'll get a house.
Shit,
get a
Willow
car,
still got
whatever.
whip my hair money. Like, you know what I mean, if it came to that, she'd be
Right,
like, I'm good.
yeah. They're at the point where they can dabble in things and be
Right.
successful at it and make money at it because of who they are and the relationships that they have in the industry and the talent and also in the talent.
So we did all that about Will and Jada.
But wait. Go ahead.
Yes, please. I would like to get to the man who received the fucking slap. All
Okay.
right, like, yeah, like, fuck all that. Like, with they bullshit. Like, you just took a slap.
I mean,
All right, and on live on stage.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And didn't react.
you know, he's the winner. You know,
Exactly.
took
You
a
get what I'm
slap,
saying?
and that's
Like-
fucked up. But
like-
his next show was sold out, and every subsequent show for the
$700-800
rest
a
of the year,
ticket. Yeah, like,
and the year after that, and maybe the year after
Because-
that, it's gonna be sold out.
Because Chris is a master craftsman and people want to hear.
Right, they know he's
gonna
gonna flip it and bounce it.
You know what I
Even
mean?
even if you're told, well, I probably won't be ready with serious material on this till September, October. That'd be enough for them because they know come September, October, they can sign up and that's gonna sell out too,
Yes.
man. Because there's gonna come a reckoning. Like,
Because he's one of my favorite comedians. I'm looking forward to hearing what he got to say.
he has to. I mean, even if he goes in, he's still taking the high road because he ain't slapped nobody. So like the leash is.
I'm going to slap
leash
you
is
with
pretty
these
long.
jaws.
The leash is pretty long, man. He
Yeah,
could
I'ma
go.
slap
He
you
never
with
saw
these
it coming. He did not think that that's what was
No,
going to happen.
fuck
when
no.
he
It's
came
Will
on stage.
Smith. Ain't nobody think that. You know how many fucking bars Eminem done said on Will Smith throughout the course of life? Like he don't have to curse as a regular body dude. So fuck him and fuck you too. You know what I'm saying? Like he's been the butt of jokes from a how about some hardcore perspective. Like people been wanting to get the grimy out of Will, and you pick your 50s winning the Oscar to show people that you can slap Pookie. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
the
real
obvious
shit.
question to that is, like, had it been Ricky Gervais, would you have slapped that white man?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not even talking about The Rock or somebody who
had it been
like
Amy,
powerbombed your ass.
had it been Amy Schumer saying that joke.
No, not Amy Schumer.
Well, at least
It's
a
a woman.
man. Like,
A
let's
woman,
not
yeah,
say that he
yeah.
should like get charged.
You gonna just snap on
See,
everybody?
Caesar, get
Right,
I don't.
You say Amy Schumer? Hold up, bitch. Walk up and handle business.
I've been not liked her.
Yeah, that would have cut the Oscars. He'd have been in jail, fam. Like, ain't no way.
Yeah, dog.
But if it would have been a white dude and they had the same history as him and Chris Rock making the jokes against his wife, I say yes.
That shit.
No, I say yes.
He would have did that.
I say yes. Because it's Will Smith. How many other people could have gotten away with doing it like he kind of has at this point?
I mean, he wasn't sitting in the front row by coincidence.
That's
You know
what
what
I'm
I'm saying?
Like, it's Will Smith.
But still, dog, I don't
and
think.
as far as the money goes, the money is paused right now. But you're talking about Hollywood's biggest actor. They're not trying to lose their cash cow. They're gonna wait for all this to die down.
So what happens now is that their new cows.
Next
like,
guy is coming up.
So in
What are you talking about?
in the meeting where Will Smith was being pitched, he slapped that motherfucker, and they immediately said, "If you don't mind getting Michael B. Jordan on the line,
Oh no, not even that.
or
Or
Jonathan
Dwayne. Let's get
Majors on
Dwayne
the
the Rock
line,
Johnson. Like
or
that's
The
what-
Rock, like you,
Yeah,
like.
no,
But
what
even
you
if you
talking
don't
about?
go old Hollywood, new brothers
is
from
what I'm
Hollywood
saying.
is coming in, and
That's true.
they taking his
That's
spot.
true. They can make some money, but they
He
might
better be
not
glad
make-
Chadwick
but
passed, because he done took every role this motherfucker had.
There's
lined up
new
for
men
the
coming in, but they might not have the same earning power as Will Smith being that.
You won't know until you put them in that
tenured actor.
Bro, you won't know until you put them in that
But
position like an
to start with
independent.
Hollywood, you know, is a reason why Tom Cruise was Jack Reacher when he had no physical business in that role. But you know, they know Tom Cruise gonna handle
Well,
business.
that draw, that name alone.
that
is
draw.
gonna
He's
sell-
going to go to
sell
Belgium
tickets.
to sell tickets. Like
Yeah.
that's
That's what I'm saying. So they know, like, let it die down. It'll boil over because everything in Hollywood tends to. People stop talking about it. They forget we all have short memories. And then he'll be back out there making movies again. He's going to go on his apology tour or whatever it is. Because it's Will Smith. He's very likable. He's very, you know what I mean? If he comes out and says, I'm sorry.
You're not wrong because we're
They're
in the
gonna forgive
moment.
him.
I mean, just
Because he
look,
don't have a history doing
just
this.
look at Louis C.K.
That's what I was going to say. He out here touring again.
He won a Grammy for his
I went to
comedy
see-
album. You know
See?
what Louis C.K. did? Do you know who Louis C.K. is? You know what he did? He would
was
just
with the Me Too shit or something too.
so he would just for whatever reason
Just beat off.
whip it out and just beat off and like me, you talk, but you are women, and we're just talking about the weather, and he's so it's pretty cloudy, and he would just whip his dick out without permission and just start beating off in front of these women, and he did this, you know, multiple times to the point where, you know, he was, I guess, canceled by the culture and had to, you know, take a hiatus from touring. I don't know how long would you say he took? Maybe
Couple
2
of
years?
years,
Yeah, about 3 years. Came back, and like I said, he just won a Grammy last week.
Right back at him.
So
Dick beater.
King Richard Part 2 in like 2025.
Yeah.
He gonna right there with a record.
Yep. That's what,
Yeah, man. Sure,
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
And the
Yeah.
Hollywood love a comeback story.
And he wasn't even beating off in front of strangers. So, like, you know, that was black on black crime. He fuck around now that you mentioned. He gonna be in the Christmas special by December. Now that you done put that perspective out there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they want their money. Hollywood wants that money. They're going to keep Will Smith around. They're not that easily. You're not
I
giving him
mean,
that
not to mention he's still getting the Bel Air checks. Like, you're not stopping his bread. Peacock Network
Bad
instead of his
Boys
checks.
4 is just probably going to be on hiatus, but they will make it. They want that. They want that back. They want all that money. But, all right, the bad thing about it is that, because we almost done. It's going to get worse before it gets better, because August Alsina, as you were mentioning earlier, is trying to come out with the tell-all.
Because
book
why
now.
the fuck not? I mean, he's not trying to. Somebody's paying
Yeah,
him.
it's a bidding war.
Like commas
yeah,
to do
yeah,
that
yeah.
shit. So
Yeah.
either you do
Whatever
or you don't.
publisher is going to throw the most
Right.
money at him.
So he gonna make like an 80-page
So,
yeah,
pamphlet.
he got to
And as I
relive.
said,
Will got to relive it all over again.
and as I said before, man, fuck August Alsina. You had the top of the world, nigga. You was popping this man wife, getting them cheeks, getting the life, the whole situation. Shut the fuck up. Take your shit and walk, nigga. That's it. You don't get to speak on it like a little
Take
hoe.
what?
Take the coochie and whatever you got with that and that experience and walk it the fuck off.
How,
nigga.
I mean, you know, it's easy to say.
No,
but
it's
what
real.
if it was a scenario where they ended on bad terms because of her, and you know, he just wants to get him a little bit of vengeance?
You a bitch.
That's what I'm saying too. Right?
So like, so everything I'm saying right now is that you a bitch ass nigga.
Oh,
Because
my.
that's not what a man does. You take that shit and you walk it off. You ain't kissing and telling, you punk ass nigga.
That's
Get out of
hard,
here,
man.
man.
You
Like, I
trying
hate
to
these
chase
niggas,
in the
man.
bag, man.
You
Yeah,
niggas are
man,
soft,
like,
man.
that's-
That no, that's soft shit, man.
Keep his name in the.
You know what I'm saying?
Public.
Like, you niggas need to learn how to man up again, man.
Keep
and I'm here for that shit.
Keep the name going, and
Fuck,
he's gonna write
man.
this tell-all book.
Seriously, dog.
He's gotta do the book. They're gonna read the book.
That's
They're
some
gonna
soft
find all
shit,
the
dog.
juicy details in the book.
The Lifetime movie off the book.
Lifetime movie off the book. He gonna go on a book
The
tour.
Arabesque BET
The
joint
Arabesque tour.
with Ron from A Different World starring in. That joint gonna be hot.
Yeah. This is a chance for him to make so much money.
I am so disgusted.
And
I'm so disgusted in the world we live in now, man.
Yeah, man, this is-
tell-all book.
We're only telling you what's gonna happen because we've
It's
seen
gonna
examples of this in life.
No, I
you
know, and it just disgusts me. Because once again, look at me. You niggas is soft, man. Walk it off, man. You acting like women. And you supposed to be men. Ooh, she did me dirty. She ain't do you shit. She gave you that coochie. You couldn't handle it. Suck it up, little nigga, and walk it off, man. I can't stand these chumps, man.
Moving
Listen,
on. You know
moving
what?
on, man.
Shit.
Bitch ass niggas.
It's hot.
You know what I'm saying, man?
Once again, tonight's episode has been brought to you by a Love Jones wine cocktail.
Blueberry drip.
Blueberry drips is
I
tasty.
gotta love
If I do say so
Jones.
myself.
Yeah.
It's cool if you don't sing.
Nah, nigga, I got it. I did my thing. Fuck wrong with you? Jada? You know what I'm saying?
Well, but you know, now we talked about Will Smith, but the original question came from, you know, how do you respond to your partner being disrespected, like, you know, like publicly? Have you ever been in that kind of scenario?
No.
Not yay and nay. Like we're like maybe like a waitress or somebody was kind of being given off like a rude or like a hostess, somebody like a rude vibe where I have kind of in my tone kind of checked a bitch. Like, yeah.
Did you stay?
In one case,
I'd have probably just left. Fuck that.
no, I did because I went above. Like, yeah, no, it's okay. I like to speak to your manager.
Yeah, all right.
You know what I'm saying?
At that point, you want to get the proceeds
exactly.
from something like that. See,
Exactly.
I would bounce because I'd be worried about them just, sabotaging my food. And
No,
shit.
but I left. But it's been times I fucking left too because if it ain't right and I'm feeling like I don't got like, as I've gotten older now, being in customer service so long, I don't play that shit now.
Right.
Like that shit I'm talking to you about was a little bit earlier, but now like after 35, like no, I don't gotta spend my money here.
Right, that's the
That's
ultimate
it. Like, you know what I'm
revenge. You know
saying?
what I'm saying?
And that's it. Like
I shouldn't be giving you this time. This is where I'm
Exactly.
fucking up. I'm in the wrong place. And you showed me that, so thank you for making that clear to me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, do you have examples of this?
The level of disrespect too, but go ahead.
Right, yeah, that's what I was going to say. It
Yeah.
depends on the level of disrespect, and it's all scenario based. Like if we out
Of course.
walking down the block and some dude I don't even know say some wild ignorant shit to my wife, then yes, you got to address it then and there, and it might get physical, might get violent. You know what I mean?
But you're not leading physical. I mean,
Depends.
there's a
It
line.
depends.
Like, you're right.
If a nigga grab my wife.
No, I'm saying you said,
Yeah.
no.
Hey!
In the scenario, you were just
Mustafa!
saying that you heard him say something foul to your wife. Like, I get that it's
Power
going
up on
to give you a
niggas, dog.
reaction, but if there's just words being said, it's a high probability that your immediate retort might be words as opposed to running over to him to double leg him and choke him out. I'm not saying he
You know
won't.
everything
I'm
done
saying
for years.
but it depends on the
because
words.
it's going to act, you know,
It depends on the words that it
with
said.
caution
With
because
certain things that it
you don't
said-
know if this dude has got a butcher knife,
You don't
assault
care.
rifle,
Stop
or
or be down here.
I
I'm
get
gonna
it,
choke him
but
out.
still.
What was you saying?
But it depends on the words that are said. In for real, your response, your verbal response, it just might be like precipitating violence. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you say some wild shit and you like, what the fuck you say? But you already know I got to get physical with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? But like I also said, really, if somebody put their hands on your wife,
That's different.
Unless he pulling her out harm's way,
Right,
You know,
but
something
yeah,
I
no,
didn't
no.
see. You know what I mean? or some dog shit. Oh, watch that dog.
Yeah.
You know that's
Yeah.
No, dog, it's only, that's the extreme. Like, basically what you're presenting right there is the extreme level that it would go to that I'm going to fuck you up. It's immediate, ain't no talking. Like, if you put your hands on my lady or some shit
Yeah,
while we
we're
out,
talking about a
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
non-physical
Now, you talking,
confrontation.
You talking your shit because it's been times where you done had crazy motherfuckers talk all types of wild shit. Like, what you looking at, bitch? And I've been like, yo, babe, come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm like, yo, let's go. You know what I'm saying? This bitch tripping. Don't even trip on her. They drunk as shit. Vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Whatever like that. So you just gotta, you know, we at the age where, and we're smart enough where we can play it by how the situation is going. And 9 times out of 10, we ain't really trying to get into no shit unless you forcing it upon us.
10 times out of 10, we're not trying
Not
to.
all, no.
It's a byproduct of the scenario and
That
what was
we
said
in.
to us. Nobody's in this room is going to start some shit because we got better shit to do with our time.
Yeah, but if we at a comedy show and I'm sitting in the front
row,
I'm not really gonna be tripping and talking about keep my bitch name out of his mouth. That's all I'm saying. The gist of that is just that right there. And I'm sorry, like, because now you done put, and I'm not trying to go back on it, but the last thing of that is that
He just wanted to talk and turn his back to the camera. Like, what are we doing right now? Like, are we
I
like?
can't even put the camera up.
Yeah,
No,
no, man. Jesus, man.
And that's
ain't
real
enough
life.
wine.
Turn his back whole back.
Even though our episode is brought to you by Blueberry Drip and the good folks.
We'll
at
edit that
Love
part out,
Jones
but you know what I'm
Wine
saying, yeah.
Cocktail. This man giving your ass to the camera.
listen, man, I forget
But
sometimes.
you know,
I be so into it.
those scenarios, I feel
I
like,
do.
and maybe y'all, I don't know if y'all in agreement
Thank
or
you.
not. I feel like those kind of scenarios, they tend to decrease the older you get. Like when you're young,
Hell yeah,
and you out
because
doing young people
you ain't
stuff.
A, you're not in those scenarios. B, your
You
woman
can see
ain't
it,
you know
Stop.
wearing things that would
Or it's like back in the day, you might be walking down South Street with your girl, and it's like 8 niggas over here on the corner.
you shouldn't have
You're
been
like,
walking down
yeah,
South Street with
right.
your girl. Cause
Yeah, you
hey,
right.
short, like I can remember. I don't even remember the group or who these women were affiliated with, but it was like a Greek thing.
Okay.
And I don't know, you might have been with us, and I remember it was Ra and his brother. No, matter of fact, it was me, Ra, Rick, and Slick. And I think Rick saw some women that he knew there, and we just were walking with him, whatever. And like I could remember some dude just casually walking up to this chick and licking the back of her neck, saying, "Your man don't do it like that, right?" Like I still remember this, and this was probably 1997,
Yeah, that's Greek era. That's Greek era. That's
Probably
what-
96 because
Audacious.
We wasn't going by
Audacious.
98.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is early shit. Like
Yeah.
this is the shit that where Broad Street was gridlocked.
Yeah.
And
That deserves violence.
you know, wasn't nobody there with her.
Right,
but
right.
like if you had been walking with your whiz and somebody just come up with the salamander tongue, just, hey baby, like
No, that's
wow.
That's that punch on sight shit.
Like,
Right,
what are you
yeah,
supposed to
yeah.
do? You didn't give me a choice. I have to fuck you up.
And
That's
that's,
where
where, where it get crazy, right? Because you'll see online people talking about, defend black women, which of course black men should. But let's not forget the black men who have died
Yeah.
or gone to prison
Yeah.
defending black women, especially
Yeah.
young black men in them kind of scenarios.
Mhm.
Because if a nigga lick a woman's neck,
Right.
odds are he probably ain't by himself.
No, he was. And he was not.
And you got to rumble this dude, and
Them
you might
dudes.
be by yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
So here you are getting stomped out, and then your girl might break up with you because you just got your ass whooped on South Street.
Mhm.
So now you done got stomped out, and then
Lost
you got
your girl.
And the whole reason you got
Right.
stomped out
Was trying
don't
to
even
protect
exist
his
anymore.
and now your honor is crushed. So you go to the car, you get your gat. Now you come back down South Street, you shoot somebody. Now you go to prison. All
Yeah.
trying to defend somebody's honor.
That's a hell of a chain.
It happens
man.
though.
No, you're not
Yo,
like.
I can remember being at the Greek since we
Mhm.
talking about it.
Yeah.
We was on Bainbridge Street.
Mhm.
Boy was driving down in a white Taurus. It wasn't the best looking Taurus. I don't know why he decided to cruise Bainbridge Street in a beat
Yeah,
up Taurus
fucking-
during the Greek. But he had his girl in the passenger seat.
Seem like a cop.
And the wolves came out.
As
She had some
intended to do.
skimpy stuff on, and they started reaching in the car, trying to pull her clothes off. 'Cause they used to strip women back then. I know y'all seen it,
Hell,
right? So I'm like, oh, it's going down for the boy, and I felt bad. But then he must have went in the glove box or something and pulled out his gun and started busting.
Mhm.
You could see the clouds of
This first
smoke
bitches will
coming
you.
right out the
For
window.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like he would shoot at people, like
Mhm.
get the fuck out of the car.
Yeah.
But just like that, you know what I mean? People get wild. You try to defend your lady's honor, but now here you are, maybe killing somebody. You know what I mean? Attempted murder, or
Like,
something like that. You know, it's wild.
It is
It's
100% justified as to why Philadelphia no longer has that. Like,
wild. Oh yeah, absolutely.
it was fucking
absolutely.
anarchy, dog. It was like, it was bananas. Like, you saw all manner of shit. South Street, Broad Street from like fucking,
South
from
Boulevard.
like, but Broad Street from like,
Erie.
from like Hutton Park to like Washington, dog. Like,
Right.
it transcended City Hall. Like that shit went, and you were like moving at an inch and loving every second of it because it was just, man, it was a lot. It was
Wall-to-wall
a
bodies.
lot.
Some
And you just talking about the street parking, the nighttime shit that we would come out for. If you was
In the
lucky
park.
enough to get to the park,
Yeah.
that
Oh
shit
my
was a
God,
porno.
it was different. Yeah,
That
no, that
shit
was
was a-
just
That shit was a
man.
1990s Luke porno. You know what I'm saying? To another level,
Yeah,
dog. Like,
so many people were here for it. It don't make no goddamn sense.
and when you look back at it now, like, oh my God, it was terrible.
hell
'Cause,
yeah,
man, it was, man, because you had like 20, 30 niggas like running after bitches.
Yeah.
That was like, half naked, but these
with
chicks,
aggressive intent.
yeah, but these chicks would be like playing, like coming out, showing a titty, doing something, and then being out, like trying to peel off in the car and do shit.
Like that's
Like,
not the
it's-
place to do that.
Like, yo,
Yeah, man, it was a very naked affair. Like you would see like women in like bikini
yeah.
walking down South Street
That's what I'm saying.
and nothing else. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's when they would
where
bring
am
the.
I right now?
You knew that the first 2 weekends of July, in the latter '90s, that down South Street they was gonna have the horses and the rope out.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was
Yep.
4th of July,
for sure.
4th of July, and then the Greek weekend right after, dog. You know what I'm saying?
I remember
Like, you know what I'm
getting
saying?
down South
Real
Street.
shit.
Like at 3rd and South, and you could hear the rundown of the cops on
Gallop.
horses.
Yeah.
Galloping down, yeah.
I don't even go on South Street now.
They
from
would take them
PTSD,
right into the
'cause
crowd,
I
too.
was
Right
about
Right
that
into the
shit,
crowd.
man.
Like, yo, you
Like,
trying to trample me.
You
Like,
got the fuck out the
yeah,
way.
you got your ass tripped, man. Like, damn.
Y'all remember getting that pullover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you was there, Stock, when we got pulled over on South Street, and there might have been things in the car, and they had this long conversation about holding on to us, and never mind. We were talking about it off camera, man. 'Cause Tommy was out of pocket a little bit in terms of his actions. Yeah. You know, Tommy.
Yeah,
Just,
his disrespect.
I'm not moving and grabbing. Matter of fact, he wouldn't move, so you stepped up and moved, and you held over the trash can like, hold on, don't drop it in the trash can yet. And the cop had to look and make sure that things weren't to a level where they wanted to detain us any further. But yeah, no, we all got back in the car and cussed Tommy out the whole ride home. He didn't get fucked.
That's all. On to the next
I
day.
thought he was gonna search the car and shit.
Yeah.
They said I thought he was going to strip search us. On South Street, god damn. I wouldn't put it past PPD, but god damn.
Man.
Yo,
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, it was.
Hell yeah. Yeah, no, I vividly remember. Anyway, moving on.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, I know you do.
Well, like, you know what? Changing transition real quick since we're in the kitchen.
Yeah, speak on it.
Since we're in the kitchen right now, and
We going on for a
between
minute.
Staff and you know his wife, they do wonderful things in the kitchen. They actually know how to cook, bake, and throw down. But it's come to my attention that somebody that Robin Thicke used to be married to by the name of Paula Patton don't know how to make fried fucking chicken. All right? Yeah.
And it's okay not to know how to make it, but if you don't know how to make it, maybe you don't post videos on how to make it.
Exactly. Like
That's
you
her
giving a
style. Maybe that's the way she make it.
that ain't no way
None of us
nobody.
had any of it. It might have been delicious. You don't know.
It's one
I
thing
do
to have
know.
it.
It's how you make it. I'm a cook. I
It's
know how to
one
cook.
thing to
I feel
have
like
a
that ain't
medium.
even-
It's one thing to have a medium rare steak.
Period.
I enjoy a bloody steak myself.
Some people enjoy
But-
a bloody wing.
Yes.
Nobody.
Some people enjoy salmonella poisoning. You're right.
Exactly.
They just want to make themselves
This
sick.
bird flew all around, motherfucker. Like, yeah, let's go. Let's
Yeah,
roll
I mean,
with that.
I seen the video, and you know, yeah, like most
Speak
people,
on what she did with it.
Poured in that bottle.
I ain't know. Tom, did you have some?
I got.
No, I did not.
It's a little
So
bit.
no,
in the back,
Tom
so
got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Slide that
Damn.
down at the end.
Well,
You
I
know
was
what I'm saying? Before, keep it out my face, man, because I'll pour the rest of
No
it.
shit.
right at the gear.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean,
Anyway,
I seen it right. So
It
yeah,
happens.
I mean, look, yeah, most people don't go and season the chicken in the pan with the oil. Yeah, you do usually put it in the flour or whatever and shake it all up. But I mean,
Dog, you don't take the grease. You don't take half-cooked
she
chicken.
can't reuse that grease.
Like, no, you
know what I mean?
don't put chicken in the grease already. You ain't put no seasoning in the bitch. You just put it in the flour. Terrible. Already off the rip. Terrible. And then you're gonna come back and take it out like 2-3 minutes, 4 minutes after a little bit of a fry, and then act like you putting seasoning on it. Putting some Lowry seasoning salt on this shit, like that's about to do something to it. You silly motherfucker. Talking about this is how my folks used to like it. Well, if your folks used to like it, they used to like
that was an indictment on her people.
dead meat.
Yeah,
all right,
I mean,
because y'all ain't like cook shit at all. Like I said, it took me back to the first episode of Atlanta with them damn white people giving them kids that microwave fried chicken. All right, what are you talking about? Put the, you know what I'm
What
saying?
if I eat this?
Exactly, capers. She might as well have some capers with that shit. You know what I'm saying? What in the
I mean,
world?
look. She fried the chicken the way she fried chicken, right? And usually you can fry some chicken and maybe reuse the oil again. You know, people save that oil to keep it in a can on top of the stove. Some people do. But that oil was so done afterwards because she put all the seasoning right into it directly. It's
You
like,
never do that. Like, who does that? Like, what are you talking about? Like, that ain't helping none. It's oil, bitch. Like, what do you mean? That ain't helping the flavor.
No.
I don't remember seeing the chicken being undercooked though.
It was.
Like
She bit into that bitch and that shit wasn't cooked right.
that shit bit her back.
That wasn't grease trickled down. That was chicken blood.
That chicken ain't supposed to be light skin on the inside.
Oh,
Man.
she doing voodoo.
She gonna put that in some stew.
You know what I'm saying? But that's all, man. Shout out to her with her tutorial. That shit ain't go right. It went all the way left. But
Robin probably love that shit. Yeah.
This
Can
why
you
I
make some
left.
chicken, babe?
That's probably why the fuck he left. What the fuck is this?
Oh,
Alan
man.
Thicke knew how to cook that shit. He taught him how to do it. What the fuck is she doing, man?
Didn't she leave? I don't know their relationship. I don't even know why I'm asking.
Yeah, man. I don't either. So we're not going to dwell on it.
Exactly.
Where we at, man? Shit.
I mean, I had 2 more topics because these were from other shows, but I didn't get a chance to bring them up. I was like, maybe we can bring them up this show. I'll let you guys decide. The first one was, how young is 21 too young for you to date at this point in your life? Fuck no for you?
21 and too young to date?
Yes.
I was dating at 15.
No, would you date someone that's 21?
Oh, you talking about at my age right now? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I'm like, what are you
Listen
saying?
to that young pimping over here.
You know how I done had bitches? Time my son fucking 21. I'm 12 and pussy. What are you talking about?
Damn. Anyway.
I know, right?
And now upon reevaluation, it's a different question now, right? And the answer is no. I'm not dating nobody 21 years old.
That's
Under any circumstance.
Man, I just turned 42, dog. That's 20. Like, are you
That's
fucking-
why I was thinking about it.
Like, fuck no.
Yeah, I was like-
Absolutely no.
I mean, for you, but there are some dudes who will.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah, there are
Absolutely,
some
plenty.
dudes who, you know,
And that's they twist. You know,
Yeah.
some dudes
I know.
are just into that.
But
But
in the young days, that's what they.
nah, and they'll tell you that she keep me young, like dealing with this young motherfucker's bullshit. If anything, is adding grays and a potential ulcer.
Yeah,
But no, I can't see any scenario where somebody half my age.
that I'm fucking with.
And mind you, I don't know why I would be appealing to somebody that I'm twice
Now,
as
maybe
old
I
as.
should say.
No, you
Now,
on the flip, I can go into that.
But I was going to say, like, what if you
Women-
just chilling and this very attractive 21-year-old woman is into you, comes up to you, maybe ask you out? Are you
So
gonna turn her down
that's
because
a
of
good
her
question.
age?
That's a good question because once you get past a certain age or you've had certain opportunity in life, you should be okay with turning down pussy. Like it shouldn't just matter that somebody's throwing it at you. Well, I gotta catch this old pussy. Like, we're all like post virgin.
Yeah.
So like you should be at a point where it's like, okay, I don't have to fuck you, and my life will be
Period.
just fine.
Exactly.
Like, I appreciate it, and you're flattering me. I might be blushing, but no, because fuck no, it's not going to end well. Like I don't need this
No.
headache. No, fuck no.
What about
Listen,
you,
man.
Steve?
Oh man, real rap. I didn't listen, man. In my day, I done fucked some young bucks in my day, and no, it's been a pop and a go, and it's that, and that's it, man. No, I could never at this status where I'm at now. No, that wouldn't be even a thought.
Yeah, I know you can't pursue a 21-year-old, but the 21
No, but I get what you're saying on the flip about trying to come at
Yeah.
me. No, like I feel like him, and I've been felt like that for some years now. Like, yo, listen, you've been in this game long enough. Like, yo,
We're not
I'm
helping
okay.
either one of us with this.
Exactly.
Like, I'm not doing you any favors, and you're not doing me any
But
favors.
you probably
in the
don't-
long
but-
run,
but wait,
we might
so-
have a thorough week,
Yeah.
but
That's what I
like
was
we're not
gonna
going to have
say.
a thorough month.
That's what I was going to say. How long do you entertain it? Like if she's 21, and
What
she's
did I say?
attractive,
A pop and a go.
A good week's a good week.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
a good
if
week.
you're
and,
single,
and that's when you cut it off.
Yeah, it
That's
has
hard
to.
enough. 'Cause
Well,
you're
no, I
21.
mean, you
what I'm
can't
saying?
just
You
say,
have to
well,
stop
you're
it.
21, so I'm going to go fuck you 7 days. But, like, you know, if you are in a position where you want to consider that, like, you're already thinking, like, you know, this is definitely going to be a more casual thing. Like, you would probably, like, act in a manner that you don't expect this to be a long-term thing.
Oh, you already discussed it.
Yeah,
It
I
is
mean-
what it is.
And if
Fuck
she's
no.
cool with it being, it is what it is.
Then it is what it was.
But does it get to a point where you're like, yo, like I gotta stop messing with her? Like she's 21. I don't
Should have
really-
been on that type
Maybe-
time for the Rizzy.
I'm giving time to her that should be given to somebody
Listen,
else.
if you turn 43 and she turned 22, then either it's been too long or you done found something
You
that
in
she's
it.
going to
You
go
in it.
through
Exactly.
and
You
see
in it
where it
now.
lasts.
You in it now, dog. Like you done waited that.
Right.
You in it now. Like
Yeah.
that's just what it done turned into. Got me stuttering and shit. Like you know what I'm saying?
It
Fuck
just
all
don't
that shit.
seem likely. I mean, it's
Nah.
it ain't impossible, but it's
not something
I
that's
just know it's
yeah.
different when you're pursuing it because you're like, I'm not pursuing nobody that young. But when the young person is pursuing you,
Like you
might
said,
be like,
it's flattering, but like, no. Like,
I mean, like,
yeah,
if like flip the script, like, let's just say some 64-year-old woman is just giving you all the rhythm on earth right now. Like,
wait.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
but you gotta keep it funky though. You're like, yo, what does she look like?
that's what I'm saying. Like, she's
Angela
queen,
Bassett.
bro. Like,
She built
she
like
approached
Angela.
you fresh off the yoga class.
Yeah.
Like, she's
Angela Bassett, I don't know, bro.
And think about it though, right? Because if she's 64 and you're say in your 40s or in
Right.
your 30s and you don't want to have any more children, and maybe she's beyond the point of having children,
You would hope.
How long do you
Shit.
entertain that? If you find this woman,
See, stop. This is where you just be taking that shit way too far, dog. Listen,
But it's real
It's
though.
real,
It's real
though.
though.
64-year-old. Listen,
It's
man.
real though.
Listen. Any nigga that got any sense. So let me street talk for you niggas real
I
quick.
don't
man.
even
You
wanna
gotta
know
try
what
to
you
do
about
that.
to say, man.
Listen,
Think
no.
before you speak.
Man, always.
Impossible. Continue.
The bottom line is this: you ain't think unless I guess you know what, stuff. You got a point in this point.
So, okay, he is thinking. All right, we
So
got
you got a point in this point.
growth.
If she's halfway deep, look thorough.
Fuck halfway. You ain't gonna entertain something. No.
Like-
She's bad,
She's
man.
bad.
You know,
She bad as shit.
Yeah.
Like when you say
You
you like,
probably
you like,
listen,
oh, yeah,
listen,
fine. Like,
listen.
Right. It's gonna be like,
Listen.
shit, how old?
Yeah, you're
Like,
right. Yeah.
motherfuckers are surprised when you say that.
She popping the shit out you, and she sugar mamaing you. Yeah, I might be caught up.
I'm not even going sugar mama.
So,
I might be caught up.
yeah,
I might be caught up. I just gave it a breakdown, like factual. Like if
Yeah.
she like, baby, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Like I look up, she done paid like 3 months of my rent. I ain't even know.
It got to be
Like,
that?
yo, what
It
the
got to
fuck?
be that, though?
You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, I'm giving you the scenario.
I got the piper now. I
You know
mean,
what
like,
I'm
I feel
saying? No,
like-
you done piped her.
That's how
Like,
you
know what
earned
I'm
your
saying?
3
You
months
done-
rent.
Exactly, you done piped her, and it's been a little back and forth, but just like, no, my old head cooker, but she got my, you know what I mean? And the next thing you know, you look up, damn, she paid my rent. Yo, she pull up with a will and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's you. What you mean that's me? I'm cool, I got my own shit. I wanted to upgrade you, baby.
All this shit.
Then
See,
line
all
shit.
this shit.
Then line shit.
I wasn't even talking about you
That's
being
borderline hoe shit.
You're right. I wasn't even talking about you being pretty woman. This motherfucker's talking about getting a car,
Listen,
your rent paid.
Cause on the flip, no. Look where
I was just talking about being attracted
Look
to
where
somebody
stop-
twice your
Look where
age.
stop started at.
But that's
Look,
where it can go.
Look, this is where it can go. Cause on the flip, if you the old head that's at 42 dealing with a 21-year-old, you flipping and bouncing her like that a little bit with some game on that type shit. Cause you the older one, so you
You get her a new car and paying 3 months rent?
Some of these old niggas is.
I'm asking you.
Not I.
Right.
But
So
I'm
why
saying-
would it be the expectation
But
of a
you get what I'm saying?
64-year-old
He's
chick?
not. He don't represent all older men.
That's what I'm saying.
All I'm
So it's a
saying
flip.
is,
just
if
like
you
this bitch I'm
wouldn't do
talking
it,
about.
how is the expectation? Like you sound like the chick in Cool C Family Fabulous Life right now. When I was with Steady B, I had diamonds, I had roll like, yo, how you expecting all this shit? Like, I was just talking about a
Bitch
relationship.
64, and she on a 42-year-old nigga young dick, and she loving it. So why wouldn't she?
Because you're not doing that for a 21-year-old. Like, why
But
is that an
it's- but-
expectation?
I might not be, but there are plenty that are.
Right.
All right. So that's all it is. Take me out of the equation.
She's 64. She been working a good job for the government or for the city. She got her pension.
Pension is
the
fat.
house, the mortgage is
Pension
paid
ass
for.
is fat.
Mortgage
The
paid
crib
for.
is fat.
She's still
You know what I'm
working.
saying?
You know what I mean? She got no part-time.
And she
job.
wants some
Part-time
young
job,
She
instructing
invested.
yoga.
Yeah,
And
you
she
know what I'm
tired of
saying?
these Niagara niggas, and she wants some
She
new.
got a little
She wants
business
some,
on
you
the
know what I
side.
mean?
You know what I'm saying?
That's all. She need a little young thing to tear her
She
back
rent
out.
properties.
Miss
I don't
Parker
even
to
know
the
how-
third
yeah,
power,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. Now she want a younger man. You know
That's
what
all,
I'm saying?
you know what I'm
'Cause that's what
saying?
she deserves.
He gritting it like he really think he got some old bitch right now.
What's going on currently?
Me and
Look at
Gladys
that body language.
about to hit the town tonight. Gee, ladies.
Currently how I'm living.
Know what
I'm
you talking
trying
about
to-
Gladys now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better cut it out.
Oh, man.
But I'm saying, yeah. So it's like, so how
We
long?
got bingo later,
how long do you
nigga.
entertain that? You know what I mean? It's like, I guess, it's tough. You know what I mean? And with the older woman, that's a really different kind of scenario because, like I said,
Way different.
the younger one, you might be like, yo, I might be trying to chill, settle down, start a family. You're not the one right now. You're too young. The older woman, you
Man,
know,
we
she
about worried
already
about
knows
hey,
she not having it.
no.
So it's
We
like,
worried
We
about
playing the casino
retirement
trips.
homes.
Yeah.
Where we going? to
Making
Vegas.
sure her life insurance cool. Who you got on there?
Everything about him in this old woman scenario is frightening, okay?
Damn.
First, he's trying to manipulate her to get like his rent paid, some diamonds and jewels. Now he's trying to off the bitch. Her life.
I didn't say nothing about offering.
If you see her, if you see him with a gray hair, like you gonna have to pull her to the side and have a real.
I said you got on that joint. I done seen enough snap with women to know how this shit be going down with motherfuckers.
He's automatically trying to be a beneficiary. Like he's
That's
taking
what
it
an
to
older
levels.
woman at this age, you probably ain't really trying to more kids. Neither is she, and then she splurging on you, doing all that. You know what I mean? She about to make you a beneficiary on the life insurance.
So,
I want a policy. I don't know about your. I'm rocking that policy.
Like, you know what? I'm entertaining this indefinitely.
I feel like he has 180
Let's go.
since
I'm
the
gonna rock
start
this.
of this
I'm gonna rock
conversation to now. Like he might like.
He's like, I'm gonna see where this gonna go. I'm gonna see where this gonna go. I'm entertaining.
Yeah.
I like this. I like
Can
this.
I get some conversation?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
for some compensation.
Trying to hook his homies up with her friends.
Right. Get your friends. You get with my friends.
And we can do this
And we can
AARP
be
thing
friends.
every weekend. You know what I'm
Is that all
saying?
right with you?
You know what I'm saying?
Here at Bingo.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, where do we go with our shows, man? I fucking love it, man.
Wow, I took a sharp left.
It
really
always
did.
does somehow.
You know,
That's-
yeah.
I'm good with
it really
that, though.
do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's cool.
This is what we do. It's scenarios, man.
Yeah.
It's lifetime
Entertain
scenarios.
that thought, though. You know, like, both ways. Which one is easier to digest? Half your age or twice your age?
Mm.
It's a different question. You know?
Yeah, man.
That's
And that's what we hit them at, man.
Yeah.
You had anything else with that, man?
That was it. You know, I was gonna talk about some life insurance, but we say that for another show. But yeah, once again, the episode was brought to you by Love Jones Wine Cocktail. Make sure you go check them out on Instagram.
That blueberry drip was
drip.
pretty good,
Blueberry
man.
drip was good. I definitely smelled blueberries.
I didn't even want to go through that because I've been
I was
Yeah.
put my nostrils in it.
Well, as always, lovely show, but I want to
Oh,
take
yes,
time out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely, right now. We want to send truly a rest in peace and, you know what I'm saying, heavenly love to the good brother, you know what I'm saying, at G-Town Radio, you know what I'm saying. He was one of the fixtures of when we came together with over close to 20 years ago, man. Jim Bear,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying,
Rest in
the
peace,
great
Jim
Bear.
Bear.
Rest in peace to him, man, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying.
sure. Like,
Pour that brown for me.
You know what I'm saying.
we got brown in the cup. At least I do. I don't know about y'all. Like, I mean,
plug out a little bit in there.
you know, he gave us a platform when he didn't have to because he thought we sounded cool. You know, we were the first live broadcast ever on G-Town Radio when it started. You know, he gave us opportunities to do like spin-off things. I had a sports show that I did for years.
Had a fashion show afterwards.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a good dude, man, and you don't find people like that too often. So, definitely heavy heart for his family, man. He's got, you know, young children that, you know, you just hope the best for. And, you know, I just saw the news out of nowhere the other day. Apparently, you know, he had a form of cancer that, couldn't survive. And it's just unfortunate to lose a good dude like that within the community. You know, he helped a lot of people with
Absolutely.
opportunities. So, you know, us being among them, so we definitely wanted to say a rest in peace shout and pull up for Jim Bear, for sure.
Oh, man, your legacy live forever, Jim. You know
We
what I'm
all
saying?
on borrowed time and make the most out of it.
Absolutely, man. And on that flip, we go to another flip. It's April and the beginning of April, and if you don't know, we're less than about 2 months away from the Roots picnic.
Happy belated birthday,
You know what I'm
Sleeves.
saying? You know what I'm saying?
We forgot that. Happy belated birthday, Sleeves. We forgot that too. You know what I'm saying?
4-2.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
4-2, man. Jackie Robinson, yes, ain't about shit, ain't about me. You know what I'm saying? What it is the Bols crew right here. And the Roots picnic that's going down June 4th and 5th. We up in this bitch.
PCBs.
You know what I'm saying? With a bunch of other acts that you know about, and it's on and popping. As always, man, Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, Real Rap YouTube. Listen, we need y'all. Go subscribe. It costs you nothing to just hit the button, and that's it. Real Rap, man. Costs you nothing to hit the button. Period. You know what I'm saying? Do that for us, man. Because if you didn't know, it's the Bols. You dig? Sleeves the hustler. You understand? Stop in the building, a.k.a. Brother Byron, the militant one. Ty, all day long. Sky Bree, how you having it over here? Dread in the back, panning. It's the Bols podcast, that is. We the fuck everywhere. You understand? Not somewhere, not over there, but everywhere. Everywhere! You better fucking believe it. The horseman ain't going nowhere, dog. And that's what we doing, man. To the next one, man. Salute, Tech.